Can you smell what the flock is cooking? Flock up or flock off, not you stick around because it's about to go down. You now flock with the most energetic entity here in the Eagleverse, here on the Turn Up Tuesday. Sorry we missed the Maniac Monday, but we're here for to have some more fun today. Let's flock and go. We're going to get into this last one, get into what's to come, and get into a few things like what's going on in the Eagleverse, and also like what was with the flock, what's the Giants thinking, bro? What was they thinking? I don't know. We're going to get into all of that. Before we get into that, man, we're going to get the Nets keeping out of the way. Keep the maniac thing. Please like and subscribe. If you about that fly, Eagles fly, drop a comment in that box if you're flying with the flock. Even if you're not, do remember, join that maniac thing. Note again, you hit that bell, you get a bang whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. And while that's the maniac thing, let's keep the main thing. Hope this video finds you in good vibes, good times, fly, Eagle, fly skies. If you're not there, I hope this helps you get there because we're about to go there. Oh, yeah. And you know what? This is the first time this year that I'm willing to let the game play back in the background while I'm on this. You know how I used to do back in the day, man. Back then, during the good times. You know, the last 2 years, 2-10-1 starts. You know what I mean? Everything, you wouldn't mind watching these things over and over again. We had some wins. We got 4 wins this year, but nothing has been as memorable as this last win. Well, at least, you know, as far as just watching, no, not too many hiccups. I mean, there's still some stuff that I see the team has to iron out and get straight and all that. But the main topic of the day before I get into the fun stuff, the real fun stuff, just, you know, I'm starting for what I said, man. It probably was going to be the title of this video, bro. Did the Giants flock around and find out? Or is this all part of their plan? And I think it's a bit of a yes and a no. The yes being that they flocked around and found out that, bro, they had one of them ones in their building and they let him go and he's stomped all over them. Like, just went crazy. Like, though, everyone saw this coming on. So much so, even within my crazy maniacal, not even pessimisms, my superstitions and all that, like, dogs, I couldn't help. But the last video that I put out before this game was Saquon Barkley's dead ass about to bust that. You know what I'm saying, dogs? No more. You feel me? Like, it was wild, man. It was just a shellac, and then it started off slow, and it was crazy. But you know, but then I'm always the dude. I gotta push back at the hot takes, and I get it. A lot of these guys out here, a lot of the talking heads in the media scape, they have to come with these hot takes. And I always said it from the beginning when I first started this, man. I like to flip the pillow, you know what I mean? The other side of the pillow is a bit cooler, man. Relax, because everything ain't always what it seems to be, and what it seems to be ain't always what it is. So I get it. And what's the main thing, like what BG says, he's not the one that coined this phrase, but he's the first person I heard say it. Like, you see a lot, you see a little, you see a little, you see a lot. So these guys, they have to see a whole lot of sports. I have the luxury of just focusing on my team, albeit I watch a lot of other teams and I watch a lot of the other sports, but I mean, when it comes to the birds, if you know me, it's all about the BIRD. Yes, baby, let's flock and go. E-A-G-L-E, yes. Yes. However, though, you know, I'm hearing a lot of people saying that these guys, the Giants, they're going to fire Joe Shane, you know, same thing that happened when AJ went and humiliated the Titans and da-da-da-da-da. It's a bit more context, than that. It's a bit more nuanced than that. Whereas AJ Brown, they traded him to us. In that same draft, they go and draft, I believe the GM was probably like, yo, dude, this is, and I forgot his name because Treylon Burks, I was definitely looking at him. That was the guy that I wanted. I'm like, just of a prototype of a A.J. Brown, of a D.K. Metcalf, you know, just that big body wide receiver that could go down there and get it, a little bit of speed to him, a little bit of physicality to him, but, you know, just proof is in the pudding. Not some proof is in the pudding, the proof is in the past. Past is precursor, whatever the case may be. DK Metcalfs and A.J. Browns don't just grow on trees. It just so happened they were in the same draft, came from the same damn team, which is just wild to me. You know, but regardless of what, it's just not what it is. So they go and draft Treylon Burks. Then A.J. Brown burns them, cooks them crazy that day. Not to mention the rest of the team was spiraling. They drafted quarterback wrong. So many other bad draft picks, bad signings. They extended the wrong people. So all kinds of things. There was a whole lot more turmoil going on. Whereas I see it as the Giants, as much as we can't stand them. You look at what their GM did on this past offseason. No, it doesn't look like it from what we just did to them, but every game prior to the game that we just played them, they have been in every game. Their offensive line looked markedly better. Their all-star, all-pro offensive lineman was not there the other day. Not to mention the defense looks incrementally better than it did last year, albeit we did just throw 4 tutties on them and ran crazy on them. You know what I'm saying? But all these things encompassing, like the team seems to be going in the right direction. I really believe me, I really hope they're not. But I just believe it's different. I don't think Joe Shane is getting the axe. By him letting go of Saquon Barkley, they shored up that offensive line a little bit, and they were able to acquire a lot of pieces on that defensive side of the ball. A few pieces they still have to step up. I mean, A.J. Brown is just a whole beast. You know we're 3-0 with him in the lineup this year, right? Like, people need to chill. We're going to get into a few things in a little bit down the line. But, yeah, so that's why I say it's a yes and a no. Like, they flocked around and found out that they're not ready, that they should have never gotten rid of Saquon Barkley, because I'm just thinking, albeit all those positives that I just gave them, could you imagine this offense? And I mean, like, this is 2% of your salary cap, bro. And they were trying to grab, I heard they were trying to grab Jacobs. They were trying to grab so many other guys and give them the bag. I mean, what, they gave Singletary? I don't know whether they gave him anywhere. Maybe they're paying him like half of what they're paying. You know what I mean? And then they got Tracy, so it's not like the running back that they got in this draft is markedly better than Treylon Burks, at least in the 2 games that we've seen, and markedly better than we saw what Treylon Burks has to offer the Titans this in his early career so far. You know what I mean? The kid can still turn out to be something. He hasn't quite had the right quarterbacks to play with to begin with, so there's that to contend with. But I just feel like these are different things where guys are saying that Joe Shane and, you know, it's time to blow that thing up, and these guys are getting fired the next day because no one's getting fired over there. They're much like us, you know what I mean, to a certain extent. Albeit they've been a dumpster fire over the past 15 years. I don't see them making rash decisions as far as firing coaches in the middle of a damn season, especially not the likes of Dable, or just getting rid of GMs, where I believe that the GM and Dable is married at the hip. But enough of them. Blah, yup, get out of here. They flocked around and found out that they ain't ready for us this year, and I'm loving it. And they gave us Saquon Barkley, bro. That is just nuts. And then, just a little bit more I want to get into, man, from that last game, dogs. Did you see who was opening up some of these holes for Saquon Barkley, bro? It was Ben Van Sumeren. We saw him on the offensive side of the ball in the preseason. Look at Saquon Barkley trucking these dudes. This is at the 11:24 mark in the first quarter, bro. 3rd and 14. Jalen Hurts has to get better at these checkdowns, though, man. He gives that ball to him like 2 seconds earlier. Jalen Hurts doesn't understand the luxury that he has being able to play behind this offensive line. Like, this dude is sitting back there like 5 seconds a clip sometimes, dog. Like, that's wild. You see, he goes through his progressions and he goes through his possessions again. And he's like, all right, now I'll check it down. You got to get it to your playmakers, man. Get it to your playmakers. Regardless of what, Ben Van Sumeren was out there loading things up, and we're starting to see a little bit more of, I don't know if it's a brain trust thing, or we're seeing a bit more of Kellen Moore's creativity. We're seeing pistol. We're seeing Jalen Hurts behind center. Like, all things that we've all wanted to see. Not as much motion last game because Saquon in the run game were going flocking crazy. Not to mention, you see the rapport with our coaches back. I was telling people in the chat, listen, man, anybody that wants to anybody that didn't want to find out, keep my coach's name. Anybody that was in doubt, keep my coach's name out of your mouth, bro. Like, you see it, clearly responding. I see Jason Avant trying to twist, albeit Jason Avant, Quentin Michael, those are my boys. Allegedly, I mean, I'm announcing me because I don't know that their show just hasn't been popping up on my feed. But I guess him and Quentin Michael, Jason Avant, Quentin Michael were getting into it over Sirianni and his, you know, his bombacity, which I told y'all already know I'm all here for. Feel like we're birds of a feather, bro. It's like my brother until he's not. He flocks around and does something, no, you know what I mean? But this is how these things go. We're fans, we're fanatical, we're crazy with our assessments of our team, right? Regardless of what, I still feel that he's the guy. He's so flocking Philly. Well, Jason Avant seems to think that, all right, he talked less this week. We showed improved this week. Da-da-da. Like, bro, what are you talking about? He went crazy last game on the sideline, albeit he wasn't going at the fan. He was telling the fan, like, yeah, you saw what I do. You see what I do? And the fan was like, yeah, I see what you do. So people are still spinning it wrong. I can't stand that. The narrative's out there. The guy wrote a whole fucking letter saying that he wasn't going at Nick. Nick wasn't really going at him. Just reaffirmations. You know what I mean? But regardless of what, people still want to spend that, let him spend it. But it's just wild to me that a Jason Avant can sit there and say, but he said he was doing it for the purposes because he knew that Quentin Michael saw it the same way that I see it. I see it the same way that Quentin Michael sees it. So he just wanted to stir the pot a little bit, stir some things up. But I mean, like, nah, I need that Nick Sirianni all the time, man. This alter ego Nick is what I want to see. Or maybe not all the time because I like how he changes. He's like a reverse werewolf, bro. He goes out there clean cut crazy on game day. Then 2 days later, he's got like a full beard. It looks like he hasn't slept all weekend. Like, dude, it's crazy. He's a madman. And I love it. I'm so here for it, bro. regardless of whom or what, he's out there, and his alter ego, bro, we're going with Nico, bro. Uncle Nico. When Uncle Nico is out there, I need him to go crazy, just like the team. I feel like we feed off of it. He feeds off of that. And then it feels like we're getting, like he said, I guess we're getting our mojo back with those sacks. Was wild. Somebody needs to check Nico. Surprised nobody in the locker room hit him with the, hey, yo, no dick. What the fuck is we talking about, bro? Mojo back with the sacks? Chill, Nico. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just happy to see it, man. I know a lot of people don't agree with me from that sentiment, but it is what it is. We all fan the way we want to fan, and we do, but as long as it's the same team, as long as it's about this green, baby, as long as it's about the EAGLES, yes, I'm with the issues and gishes. You feel me? So yeah, we got that. So and then Vin Van Summer, being a defensive guy, we have no choice but to delve into the defensive side of the ball, man. I'm just like, I'm elated. Albeit I know, first of all, before we get off the offensive side, a lot of people are saying we only played the Giants and the Browns. I mean, these are two formidable defenses. You got the Giants, the defense was leading the league in sacks, and we actually beat them in sacks the other day. That's crazy. And that's a formidable defense led by Miles Garrett over there in Cleveland. So I mean, they're gonna say what they're gonna say. I know their records don't reflect the tenacity that they bring on defense. I just feel like don't let these people poo-poo. Don't let them yuck our yum. And you know what I'm saying? We did good things over these past 2 weeks. And now let's see what it's on, like Hoodie Bill said. You know what I'm saying? It's on to Cincinnati. But I'm going to get on to the defensive side of the ball, man. And it's just the things. I keep hearing things coming out all today, all over the place, man. On the ride home, I'm hearing even more stuff. It's just wild, man. We got no touchdowns over the last 2 games, not to mention no touchdowns over the last 9 quarters. That's 2 games plus 1 quarter. I know it's crazy, but LeBron stats, we got to love them. Take them and use them. Got 8 sacks last game, held them to 118 yards. Saquon Barkley had more than the whole team by himself, and he only played 3 quarters. This is just wild. So, like I was saying about Nick, he gets on the sideline, he tells Saquon, like, yo, bro, you want to get that? Because you're about to break a record. Like, you know what I'm saying? Taking the stars out, but if you want to go get that, you get that. He's like, nah, man, I'm good. He's like, listen, no, I want you to get that. I want that to be known, brother. He's like, no, brother. Let them go. Let the young dogs eat. And I just the whole rapport, that whole progression of that conversation, the coach looking out for the player looking out for his teammates. Like, it's just a beautiful thing. And I understand what Nick is saying when he's saying get that mojo back. And we already know the whole rule, the main rule, like bottom line, no matter what people are saying about anything that's going on in that locker room, we already know the greatest deodorant is those W's. And we're rolling on those W's, OD crazy right now. 2 in a row for the first time in a very long time. I believe over 16 games. 16 games since the last time we won 2 in a row. Or is it 16 games since the last time we won by 2 or more possessions? Regardless of what, it's been a long time since we've done either of those things. We accomplished both of those goals on Sundays. That was amazing. We got 630. Whoa. This is back on the offensive side of the ball. Saquon Barkley alone has 630-plus runs, more than any other team, bro. Under the Sirianni era, we are 14-1 when running more than passing. So that was another question. Now, I see a lot of people bringing up over the past few days. They're asking Nick that on the whip. They're talking about that. They're asking Jason Avant, Quentin Michael about that. Every show I see, every stream or whatever, everyone's talking about this, and I tend to lean towards, I'm not going to lie, when in doubt, I go to pro route. I tend to lean towards what Quentin Michael and Jason Avant were saying as far as there's no one way to skin a cat, man. You go with the game flow. I don't think you go out there and you try to dictate no. It's awesome to go out there and dictate what you want to do. However, I don't believe we're at that space yet. We were that way 2 years ago. We coming out. We're going to throw the ball to set up the run. That was our thing. No one could stop it. They knew it was coming. They couldn't stop it. But much like this year, they stopped us in the first quarter all the flocking time. That year was second quarter convocation domination. But this year is just first quarter doldrums. I don't know what the flock is going on. Maybe it's just we're like that on Savvy Box, just filling people out in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what, as long as it accumulates to W's, I'm all here for it. But that well can run dry. However, this is early in the season, and I'm taking it for what it is. These last 2 wins needed that. It's been a roller coaster season so far. 1 week we're up, 1 week we're down, and have this nice little 2-game flow. It feels fucking great. I don't know if you can tell. This is better for me in my therapy. W therapy, you know what I'm saying? But it's just winning is dope. You've got that under Sirianni, and you come out. They stop the run, we pass. They stop the pass, we run. You got to go off of what they go with. Ruben Frank, I believe, had an awesome idea saying, why not just, or was it Ray Didinger? one of those dudes, may have been Derek Gunn. Regardless of what, one of those guys said that it may even be better just to start the game, and I've always wanted this. Similar, reminiscent of under the Chip Kelly era. I know that's the name that leaves a bad taste in a lot of our mouths. But he start off the game in a hurry-up capacity, catch them off guard, even, switch it up, change it up, mix it up, whatever you want to do. Just something different, because whatever we're doing in the first quarter right now doesn't seem to be working. A lot of people seem to believe that Nick Sirianni is in that meeting, putting his fingerprints a little bit too much on the offense to that capacity. I would say I do agree with the fan base, with whoever's with the media, whoever's saying this. That doesn't mean that I hate Nick. It's just, no one's perfect. Just like who was it? Saquon Barkley was saying, bro, it's no such thing. No, it was Devontae Smith. No such thing as a perfect game, y'all. Like, relax. The greatest make mistakes. Just chill out. So to that end, I just figured, being amoeba offense, go where the flow takes us. But as it stands right now, I just don't know. You can tell I'm definitely teetering on this. Gotta go run first, man. Like those dogs, those offline, those hogs, those big birds we got up front, bro. It's ridiculous what we could do with the run game. The alleys, the chasms, the canyons that Saquon is running through right now, not to mention Kenny G with the sweet feet music. Like, it makes too much sense to start with the run, let that run set up the pass, not to mention we're playing behind center more. That opens up the play action. Let's get this thing rolling, man. I can't wait. Can't wait to see what we do. What else? Like I said, finally beat a team by more than 2 possessions. Still no first quarter points. Who cares? Coop on defense and special teams, making his presence known. I'm loving that. And I guess I finally got to concede, albeit I am an Avonte Maddox dude. The defense looks like us incrementally better with Coop manning that slot cornerback spot. So, I mean, you can't deny the facts, man. It is what it is, and Coop has proven to be that dude, more physical, seems to be more savvy. Maybe Maddox is a bit on the back end. All these injuries may have caught up. Definitely a dope dude for Coop to learn under, or just even a more than serviceable backup if that's the capacity at which he will play now. I'm so with it. Jaylen's son is out there looking crazy. Not so much crazy, but he's doing his thing. You see him progressing. Sidney Brown, dog. I mean, like, what? I don't know who he was in for, but I saw one play. He came up, bro. It looked like a wide open pass to Neighbors, and he just swoops in like an eagle, smacks that ball away crazy. His closing speed is nuts. He's an amazing. He brings a lot of energy to his tackles. They wanted him to temper that, but I mean, it's a breath of fresh air seeing him out there. And right now we could just bring it out there in waves right now. So that defensive backfield is looking nuts. I just feel, oh man, Quinyon Mitchell's interception is so damn close. We saw his hands on the ball 2 times last game, and I'm just thinking, like, if over these past few games, if we get some of these turnovers, these games could be a lot more lopsided. Not to mention, I'm thinking one in particular we would have probably won, but nah, whatever. It is what it is. Move on, move forward. No TDs in 9 to court and 2 nuts. Yo, it's just crazy what we're doing on defense, offense, and special teams. It seems to be that this thing has come together, albeit against the Browns and the Giants. But hey, you play who they put on the schedule, and we have 2 wins in a row. And let's keep this thing going, like they say. Keep stacking these wins. If I recall correctly, I believe the last time we played Cincinnati was to a tie. You don't want none of that. No, not this time. They've been on a bit of a roller coaster themselves this year, so we've got 2 teams with question marks all over, and we're going to see who has the solutions on Sunday. Can't wait. About to find out to see if that's coming on out here, because I believe the Giants got flexed to 4 or something, or the Jets got flexed. Giants, I believe, are playing Monday night. Some craziness. Regardless, I'm going to check to see if it's coming on out here. If not, we're going to have to figure out, make some plans on this lady. You know what I'm saying? And the Eagle man got to get up. And it was just so, like I said, once again, it was so great being back outside the nest, man. I'm really like, I used to talk this, but I've become so in love with the whole man cave setup is that but going to the game the other day, just like, oh man, it just proves to me that, y'all need to start this GoFundMe for the Eagle Maniac and get me to every game, bro. I am now, I believe, like 9-2 Or at Eagles games, bro. Just came off a 2-game losing streak. No lie. That was rough for a second. That was probably the real reason why I didn't want to go back. I started feeling like I was affecting the team. But we went out the other day and we did the damn thing. Let's fucking go, man. But you know how I like to do, man. Till the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time. But before that, man, we got questions. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? Say it with me, y'all. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. I love it. Yo, them Giants fans got the nerve to ask me, like, yo, is that all y'all know how to spell, bro? Don't get mad because you can't spell. Walking around here, 3, 5, 4, 4, I'm a giant and I'm dumb. Fuck out of here, man. Let's fucking go. They already know the answer, what's going to happen.